Flamboyant pillow magnate Mike Lindell spent millions promoting the falsehood that the 2020 election was stolen from Donald Trump, a claim that has been completely rejected by cybersecurity experts, government officials and numerous courts. But late last year, Lindell said a federal judge eventually vindicated him. "I am taking off my tinfoil hat," he said in podcast hosted by former Trump White House advisor Stephen K. Bannon, removing a baseball cap covered with aluminum foil that he wore as prop. "You know what that judge said? We are not a conspiracy theory guy anymore. Praise the Lord." The judge said no such thing. He never mentioned Lindell or the bizarre election that he and other Trump allies claim to be advancing. District Court Judge Amy Totenberg declared that any variety conspiracy theorists tag one are largely left-leaning plaintiffs in a lawsuit filed in Georgia well before the 2020 election and are expected to go to trial this week. They argue that voting machines there present security risks that government officials are constitutionally obligated to address and have the support of some of the nation's leading cybersecurity experts and computer scientists, Totenberg wrote. A positive outcome for plaintiffs would have extraordinary implications. Georgia, one of states that decided last presidential election, could enter 2024 cycle with machines that a federal judge deemed dangerously vulnerable to security breaches, at least as they are currently operated. While intended to provide a more secure voting system, such a decision could have unforeseen effects on the public's understanding of election integrity, especially if mischaracterized by those who wish to cast doubt on past and future elections. Lindell and Trump, including other MAGA world personalities, sought use the case to support the false claim that voting machines were rigged help Joe Biden win. Now, with the trial set to begin in Atlanta, Trump allies are positioning themselves to take political advantage of any findings that the machines are unsafe. It pains me say this, but any legal decision that confirms vulnerabilities in voting technology, even to support prudent goals, will likely be cynically exploited to undermine voter confidence in elections, such as reducing risk. For purely political purposes, Edward Perez said, the former director of civic integrity at Twitter and a board member of the OSET Institute, a nonpartisan nonprofit that advocates for transparent open-source election technology. The plaintiffs in the case are known as Curling v. Raffensperger argues that the touchscreen computers on which Georgians vote are vulnerable to malicious attacks and human error. They don't claim that the alleged vulnerabilities have actually been exploited. In fact, they say there is no evidence of that occurring. Beyond, plaintiffs argue that Trump's secret copying voting software Rural Coffee County 2021, an episode that plaintiffs uncovered, has since become